everyone here. This is the X Factor, and I am your co-host, Al, aka Dusty Brick Brown. And your eyes do not deceive you. I have people with me this week. I have Alex, got Bradley, and I got Brian. Those guys are with Heroes After Dark, and they are on YouTube. And as a matter of fact, I tagged them on our main page at the bottom. So if you hard with trying to get URLs and websites and stuff, just go down to the bottom of the main page and click on their icon, Heroes After Dark, and subscribe to them because they are some good cats. I co-sign them. Yeah. Not saying that my word means anything, but my word means anything, if you can catch my drift. Right below me is my other co-host, the kid, Larry Crocker, which last week he was in parts unknown, and I was really concerned about him last week, but he told me what happened. I thought he got abducted by some aliens or something, y'all, because I was sitting there like, man, what in the world is happening, man? But, everything was legit. We work at the same spot, and when he told me what happened, I'm like, yup, okay, all right, I get you. So, gentlemen, how are y'all doing this evening?
Oh, man, feeling good, man. It's a big week, as you know, WrestleMania, but we're here to talk about X-Men today. It's Wednesday, and Wednesday is always X-Men Day. It's official. I cannot wait. Loved episode number 4.
Hey, man, looking at that intro, the Fox even got the sentinels wrong on that, man. Looking at that, man, I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, the only person I say, man, was, and I'm not really critical of those X-Men movies, man, but the only person on that panel I would keep, man, would probably be Jean Grey. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Hey, man, we'll get to that at another point, because remember, we're supposed to be doing a show. So fellas, if y'all want to join us with this show, we're probably going to blow this part of the internet out the water, because we're going to rate the X-Men movies. Now, I will say this, y'all, I am a huge fan of the X-Men, but I am, and Larry tell y'all, I am super duper critical of those movies, man. Like, they did something to me and they hurt my chest.
And I don't realize, man, the movie was made like in early 2000, man.
I don't care. Them movies, man, some of them movies, man, they could have done better. Thank you.
It's easy to play Monday morning.
That's an understatement.
Larry, we've had this conversation.
But it's another show.
It's another show. So if you guys want to join us, we have to put it on a Saturday and just do 2-3 hours and we talk about how garbage X3 was. We need to do that.
Out of the whole run, only 3 movies, in my opinion, were decent. Out of every X-Men movie, only 3 were decent. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Logan, Days of Future Past, and X-Men Academy. I mean X-Men First Class. That's it.
Ooh, you said X2, man?
You had me at the first 2, boy.
They did Bishop dirty, man.
They did Bishop super dirty. They did Sunspot dirty too. Like,
yeah.
Dude, like that wasn't even Sunspot, bro.
They did Darwin is who they did the dirty.
Yeah, they did him dirty.
Yeah. I thought universally, most people thought X2 was the best X-Men movie that was ever made.
But I tell y'all what, we're gonna set this thing in concrete. Whenever we get together and talk about the X-Men again, we're gonna do a show, and the name of that show is gonna be They Did Them Dirty. And we're gonna talk about these X-Men movies, man, because I'm telling you, it needs to be said. But yeah, X2, man, I think that was a good one, man. But we about to deviate, man. We supposed to be talking about X-Men 97. See, that's why I like y'all cats, man, because see, y'all know how to talk, y'all know how to discuss, and y'all know how to conversate. I really appreciate that, man. So what we gonna do? We're gonna actually make some changes. Hold on, one quick.
Kind of righting the ship. And,
Good press.
Yeah, giving the fans something to look forward to, a little nostalgia, great artwork, already great dialogue, great stories. And I've been having fun. I've just been going back and plucking some of those books related to these episodes. So,
I'm gonna ask you, Supernova, you like the current animation or the previous animation?
I gotta see this one all the way through. Right now, I'm with the previous, but I have to see this all the way through. Allison Seeley Smith does an amazing job each week at just taking me there with her dialogue, and she's amazing and she's great. I met her in person. She's great.
You know, in my opinion, have been the MVPs of this season so far have been Storm, of course, and Cyclops.
Cyclops, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of voice acting.
Leave Magneto out, man.
Magneto ain't got that yet for me. Well, but then again, I will say, and we're going to talk about it in just a second. Episode 2, when he did his monologue and stuff, well, I thought he was just going to destroy everybody in the UN and stuff. That was dope. But in terms of just like raw emotion, I think it goes Cyclops and Storm. Especially after episode 4. Storm was like, man, I feel sorry. Like, bro, like, please, blow for her.
Man, listen, her and Forge dialogue was like, it was intense. And not only that, if you're a casual X-Men fan or you're getting back into X-Men, the way they kind of just put Forge out there to kind of describe who he is, what he doing, what he was about, I thought it was magnificent. I thought it was to the point, and it made him interesting immediately. So,
they're going to... Go ahead, Brad. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, personally, I feel like the old school X-Men is what I deem like American anime. Like, as far as that, adult theme, like it may be animated, but yet it has a grown theme, and yet can relate to children as well as adults and be able to look at it. But what's going on right now, dude? Like, to go back to that question of what animation is better, I'm not gonna front. I kind of dig the old style of animation a little bit better for some reason. It's a little more grittier, but the mechanics and the movements of what's going on right now with the fighting styles, like everybody went ape on how Cyclops was using his powers. Like, you could not have gotten that back in '92. I don't think that Western animation was at that level yet. You know what I'm saying?
It's much more fluid now.
Fluid, yeah. What was out of my brain, man. And so, like, as far as the style right now, it's completely good. From time to time, especially in this one episode, Jubilee seems kind of blocky to me. I don't know why. She just seems kind of blocky and not as fluid as I would want her to be. But everybody else is the storytelling and everything else is on point. And I said this in one of my other podcasts, but Rogue's voice acting is just a little bit too much for me. Her voice is like she smoked 10 Newports and like
smoking stogies.
she like lives somewhere in like backwaters of some back town in Florida, and dude, like I'm gonna tell you, like Rogue,
the Everglades.
Exactly, dude. A hard Everglades. Like, Rogue looks 20-something, right? But when she was having that romantic situation with Magneto, I was like, no,
that entanglement.
Old. But then her voice was like, no, you guys are right for each other. You're both old. Like, I was like,